Welcome back to the second episode of You've Gotta Hear This, your home for new and exciting music. Yet again, I have 3 new bands for you to indulge yourself into. So without further ado, let's jump right in. A Great Big Pile of Leaves, a 3-piece American indie rock band from Brooklyn, New York. Starting as just a 3-piece band, they did all their creative and recording works in-house, scrounging up all equipment needed to create their first 2 EPs, The Fiery Works 1 and 2. Just like many local bands you know, they're trying to make their mark in the music scene, even after touring with better-known bands like Motion City Soundtrack. First they hook you with their ambient tones and chill styles, then hit you with heavy guitars and powerful vocals to create an impactful and resonant sound, leaving you really wanting more. A Great Big Pile of Leaves has 2 EPs and 2 albums out, the most recent being You're Always on My Mind, released on July 2nd, 2013. They haven't given us much news on any new album releases, but it shouldn't stop you from falling in love with their previous work. My top 3 songs you gotta hear: Alligator Bop, I Will Gobble You Up, We Don't Need Our Heads. Up next, we have one of my personal favorite bands, Morning Teleportation, a psychedelic rock band formed in 2005 out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Signed to Glacial Pace Records by Modest Mouse frontman Isaac Brock, they have oddly timed arrangements and sporadic vocals that move and change from song to song. You never quite know what you're gonna get as the next song plays. Their first album, Expanding Anyway, was released in 2011, showing off just how destructive and outgoing they could be while giving ample amounts of examples of their talents. Then 6 years later, they came out with Salivating for Symbiosis, taking the same elements from their first album but softening the chaotic elements, truly showing the maturity developed between the first and second album. Morning Teleportation currently has 2 albums out now, Expanding Anyway and Salivating for Symbiosis. There's no new news of anything coming out, but these first 2 albums are more than enough to tide you over until then. My top 3 songs you've gotta hear by Morning Teleportation are Crystalline, The Code, Just a Figment. The last band on our list is Larry and his Flask, an American punk bluegrass group from Central Oregon. With quick and hard progressions mixed with beautifully orchestrated melodic tones, Larry and his Flask create an incredible and unique twangy sound.
Get your hands on it, brother. My brother. The chance won't come
They can make you jump and dance with joy, or stop completely and captivate with every idiosyncratic sound in their songs.
Come get your hands on it, mother. Everything must go. Fur coats and diamond rings and giant plasma TV screens. You owe it to yourself, don't you know?
Touring with bands such as Dropkick Murphys, Streetlight Manifesto, or Trampled by Turtles, Larry and his Flask have spent a lot of their time touring on street corners playing for money for food and to make it to their next venue.
When the sun comes up and it's burning in the sky, rest assured that it's dark on the other side.
Larry and his Flask have 3 albums out now, the most recent being By the Lamplight, released in 2013.
As the shopping malls gave in, everything in chaos now. Someone screaming, tell me how can we spend our money?
Yet another band that hasn't given us any news on anything new coming out anytime soon, but it's still an absolute must that you check out their amazing sounds.
Nothing left to consume. Can't you see we're clearly doomed? The world just might end here tonight. Recession, depression, call it what you will. We're the victims of our own greed. With cheaters for leaders, our own empty.
My top 3 picks for Larry and his Flask are Call It What You Will, Cruel Twist of Fate, The Battle for Clearsight.
But there's a clearing in the fog that might just be hope up ahead. If we hurry, there's a chance we could make it through to the end. So tell me, my friends, was it worth what you spent?
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of You've Gotta Hear This. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe for more new tunes and more shows coming out from Indie Carnival. If you enjoyed what you heard, don't forget to check the links at the bottom so you can delve deeper into their music. Lastly, if you have any music that I've gotta hear, leave a comment below with the band's name so I can check it out. I'll see you next week.